not the intro to my channel. That's never how I do the intro to my channel. Hi guys and welcome back to Irony Completed. Basically I need to film another video today and I thought that I should film myself doing my makeup so that I could like upload it and then I would have two videos. As in the survey that I did on Twitter, the top two results were a New Year's resolution video and a go-to night out makeup look video. So I'm gonna film my go-to night out makeup. That should be up on Christmas Eve, and then next week I will be uploading the New Year's resolutions one because then it will be the new year and that would make logical sense. So yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna talk through it instead of doing a voiceover because I don't have a microphone here at home and the quality is so shit when I record with a laptop mic. It's not gonna be like a super chatty video, I don't think. It's not my intention, but let's just see. So I'm gonna prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay primer potion. Like always, this one's like so near to being empty. I wish it would last forever and then I wouldn't have to spend money on a new one. But I mean, my go-to night out look is generally quite similar to a lot of other looks on my channel in terms of I really like warm smoky eyes. I really like red and cranberry colours. I'm a big fan of, you know, warm neutrals, glitter, a full coverage face and strong brows. So really I'm kind of basic in that sense, but I hope that it's at least somewhat, you know, unique and interesting. I also just got a set of Morphe brushes. Not all of these are Morphe brushes, but like these ones with the white handles. Just got a set of Morphe brushes, so I'll be using those in this video. It's like an early Christmas present from my grandma. None of the Morphe brushes have names though, which is really annoying. But I'm going to be doing kind of what I usually do in terms of the first few steps of my eye and then I'll zoom you in. But basically I always set my eye with Beaches and Cream by Makeup Geek and I'm going to take this like massive flat shader brush to do that. I'm so like, do you see how much, there's more pan than eyeshadow, which I'm really proud of because it takes me forever to use a makeup product, so it's actually quite exciting that I've nearly used one up. I just set my lid and then not all the way up to the brow bone, but kind of use this as a very light transition shade as well. Just gonna help me blend shit later on. These two brushes look so similar, I don't know which one to use. Okay, so the two palettes that I am going to be working with are going to be the Makeup Geek palette that I created myself and the Makeup Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals. Big surprise there. They are the only two makeup palettes that I bought home from uni though, to be fair, so I've got limited options when filming makeup tutorials at home. This palette is great, but the one thing I think it's lacking in is like a really warm brown like transition colour. It has kind of like neutrally light crease colours and then like warm deeper crease colours, but it doesn't have a warm transition shade. Anyway, I'm gonna take Creme Brulee on this Morphe brush. It's like fluffy. I should zoom in actually. Is that alright? Can you see? Cool. So I'm gonna pop this all throughout my crease. These Makeup Geek shadows are truly amazing. I know I've had these for about a year now and I love them so much. You guys should check them out if you have never used Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They blend themselves, it's so great. Now I'm going to take this like orange colour. It's coming across a lot more orange on camera right now than it is in person, but it is just like an orangish burnt brown kind of shade. I'm going to take that on a very similar looking brush that's just slightly more tapered and less fluffy. I'm going to put that on the outer corner. I'm also going to blend that through the crease as well. I'm not going to take it all the way into the inner corner like I did with the other shade. Then take the original brush that had that transition shade on it and kind of buff using circular motions. It's coming across so orange on camera and it's really not that orange in real life. It's very confusing. But how are y'all feeling about Christmas? I'm probably going to upload this on Christmas Eve, so you actually have time to answer that question still. You excited? I'm filming this like 4 days before Christmas, so I'm kind of getting excited. I always cover my face when I do this. I've actually been relatively prepared this year for Christmas, so I feel kind of like I've been over it for a while because I've like had all the presents and shit that I wanted to buy for ages now. I'm gonna add some like darker stuff to my crease, but for the time being, I'm gonna keep with this palette and take this coppery colour. These all have names, by the way, but like I lost the little sheet that had the names on them and it like doesn't say on the back or anything. I don't know, it's like a really, really metallic-y copper shade that goes really well with like a warm eye look. This eyeshadow palette is like either between £6 and £8 as well, by the way, can I just say. So this is also the eyeshadow that I wore to the 1975. Not sure if I'm going to do the same lip yet, but this is definitely the eyeshadow that I wore that night. I often mix up my eyeshadow, to be honest. Like I very rarely do the same look more than like once, but unless like on a daily all I wear is like matte eyeshadows just to like make my eye have some kind of definition, because I have really like really hooded eyes, don't know if you can tell. So I don't actually wear like the same eyeshadow look a lot apart from my everyday look, but this is kind of like if I have 20 minutes to get ready for a night out or like 30 minutes to do my makeup for a night out and I know I want to like look full glam, this is what I will do basically. I've got so much glitter fallout on my cheeks, so if you are going to use this palette, definitely do it before foundation. Oh, I'm dropping everything. What am I doing? This video is a mess already. It's already 11 minutes long. Now I'm going to take this brush that actually came with this palette. It was like a Makeup Revolution brush that just... it came with the Neutrals versus Neutrals palette. It's like double-ended. It's really good. Like surprisingly good for a cheap-ass brush. And I think first... actually no, I'm changing my mind. Actually no, I'm going to take this Eco-Tools pencil brush, like a double-sided one. And I'm going to take this darkest red colour, again showing up more warm on camera than it is. It's more of like a burgundy or like a Bordeaux like wine shade. I'm not gonna put this up into the crease, I'm just gonna put this all over the outer half of the lid and blend it into that copper shade, which will re-intensify if we need to. Just blend it slightly up into the crease, but like not really. My eye looks end up turning out the same. And I'm really not like I like doing makeup on camera, but I wouldn't consider myself to be like a beauty channel necessarily, even though I know primarily I'm focused on beauty. I don't know what I'm saying. Take the same blending brush, blend everything. Now, with this teeny tiny pencil brush that came with the palette, I'm going to take this like sparkly blackish colour. I'd either take this colour or this colour, like one of these two basically, just for like the very outer V. But since I'm going for like a really glam going out look, I'll take the sparkly one because like why the fuck not? I don't think the glitter's gonna translate that much anyway. And then I'm just gonna very outer V. Again, blending away. Top edge. When you have hooded eyes, it's so hard to tell, and it's so hard to make a look good both with your eyes open and with your eyes closed, but it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, the sparkles didn't translate really on camera, but I'm fine with that because like glitter. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the copper shade on my pinky finger and just like pop it over the stuff that's already there, just to make sure that all that's, you know, popping, as the kids say. The kids say that. And actually even a tiny bit more of that dark red, just to blend everything together and soften the dark colour again. So I'm happy with the eyes for now. Look pretty good to me. Now, just dragged my makeup bag over the palette. I'm really good at this. A+ of that. A+. I am going to use two primers because I'm just that extra. All over my face, I'm going to use this Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer in bronze, and that's just going to give me like a really golden glow. Not that I need it because I've already got glitter fallout all over my cheeks, but a little of this product goes a long way. It's very liquidy. I don't know if it really like makes foundation last a significant amount of time longer, but it really does hydrate the skin, and I do like the effect that it has under a more full coverage foundation. So I just take a little bit of this, and I am putting this all over my face. A lot of times I don't put primer all over my face, I just like focus it into the areas that I need it depending on what kind of primer it is, but this is one. I'll even like put it on my neck and stuff. I've already moisturised, by the way, of course, because my skin is so dry. And then I will go in with the pore filling primer. A lot of the times I use the Benefit one, but that's not cruelty free, and I was looking for a replacement, and I'm pretty sure this one is cruelty free because I'm pretty sure number 7 is. I'm not 100%. This is the Airbrush Away primer anyway, and it's like a pore minimizing one. It does the exact same thing as like most pore minimizing primers, has the exact same texture and makes the skin feel the exact same way. So I'm just putting this like here, here, on my nose, and on my chin. And I like to kind of pat it in a little bit more than rub. We have such big pores, it's ridiculous. And like pore filling primers were not made for dry skin. They just were not made for dry skin, I'm telling you right now. A little bit on my forehead as well, because I have a lot of texture on my forehead, and I do find that this kind of reduces texture from acne and like those under the skin spots that like never come to a head but they're never like cysts either. Do you know which ones I mean? They're really fucking annoying anyway. I've been using the same foundation for a while now. I can't wear it for like several days in a row because it breaks me out a little bit. And what I mean by that is basically if I wear this foundation for like 4 days straight, I will get spots. But it's an extremely, extremely heavy foundation, and I really only wear it when I'm going out at night, like to a club, or if I'm gonna get photography done, if I'm going to an event. Like they're the only times I really, really wear this foundation. I don't tend to wear it like on the daily, like just to, you know, run errands or whatever. I'm a big fan of like no foundation or like just a light BB creamy kind of base. So I don't know if you can tell, but a little of this goes such a long way. It's kind of ridiculous. 2 pumps is enough to give me like the fullest of full coverage. I don't need to wear like a concealer with it. Bring in some dimension, but I got it in my hair. I wear an under eye concealer to like bring some dimension back into my face, but I don't need to, you know, put a spot concealer or something on like I do usually. What the? My hair's so dark that now if I get foundation in my hair, it's so obvious. So I'm going to use the Real Techniques sponge, and I'm looking at a mirror over here, so. The one thing I don't like about this foundation, other than the fact that sometimes it breaks me out a little bit, is the shades oxidize slightly. So this one suits my skin when I first put it on, and then it will go like 1 shade darker than my skin. It doesn't oxidize as badly as I've heard some people say, at least not on me, but it does oxidize, so I would maybe go like 1 shade down or like half a shade down from what you thought you needed. I'm not going to bring this around my eyes because otherwise my concealer will crease everywhere. And I also really need to do my moustache before New Year's Eve. Should have pinned my hair back. God, I think I just broke my nose. If I do need any more like targeted coverage somewhere, I'll take whatever's left on my hand on the pointy side of the sponge and just put that like on a focused area where I need more coverage. Like I've got a little bit of breakouts on my chin right now. I'll take some and just brush it around the nose, and then I'll make sure I bring it down the neck. So as you can see, I actually look crazy right now. I look like so bad on camera. Wow, I look kind of ridiculous. So the under eye concealer that I've been using pretty much all the time is the NARS one, the Radiant Creamy concealer, and I kind of do like lines basically. Go whoop, and then I fan it out so that it makes my face look, you know, somewhat contoured. I'll also put this on my lip, tiny little bit on my chin, and sometimes I use the mini sponges to blend out under my eyes. I haven't wet mine today because I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna, but I really do like the mini like Real Techniques ones. They're pretty good, I like them, but I'm just gonna use the big one because it works just fine anyway. Just gonna pat, and when I get to this outer corner I'll make it into a little bit of a wing, just like clean up not like properly clean up because I want it still to be smoky at that outer edge, but you know, anything that's like where it shouldn't be. Use concealer to erase your mistakes. If only concealer worked on past relationships. That was a joke, by the way. Or was it? Gonna bop it into my chin. I'm sure you all know by now that doing this with concealer helps to make you look structured. Also, if like me your foundation is slightly too dark for you, this is a great way of rectifying that, I'm not gonna lie. I may have put too much concealer on this one side of my face. Oops. What's crazy to me is that I'm going to do this makeup and then I'm going to record a video and then I'm going to take it all off and go to bed. Sometimes I bake, sometimes I don't, depends what mood I'm in. I'm wearing black jeans, I really probably shouldn't. If I do use loose powder, I use the collection one. I use a dry sponge, one of these mini ones. Or I use a brush, it really doesn't matter. I don't leave it on for too long because I do have dry skin, so like it's not like I need to bake my face very long. I do like to put a lot of powder on my nose because foundation just does not like to stay there, like, at all. While I let this sit for 5 minutes, I'm going to go do my eyebrows off camera. I do have a very recent eyebrow routine where I go into like a shit ton of detail. So if you want to know about how I do my eyebrows, then I will link that down in the description if I remember. With eyebrows done, I'm going to dust away the powder under my eyes. And I'm going to take this Morphe face brush and a little bit of this collection pressed powder. I'm just going to set like a few areas on the rest of my face. I don't like using that loose powder all over because it can be quite drying, but I do need to like set my chin because it's like the one place on my face that I get so oily is my chin, and it's so confusing to me because I have such dry skin. So I'm like, why does my chin get oily? Also set my jawline because that's where foundation rubs off really easily because you touch your jawline a lot. Fun fact. Also a tiny bit around my nose and my upper lip because your upper lip gets sweaty, and just a light dusting on your smile lines because they can crease. Like I said, this is not like the foundation routine that I do every day, by the way. This is literally just like when I'm going all out, I'm going all out. I'm making myself look not human. That's just, I don't want to look human. If I'm gonna make myself like wear 10 pounds of makeup, I might as well make myself look fucking fly as hell while I do it too. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to the face. I'm gonna finish up the eyes first. So like I said, the eyes are coming across very, very warm on camera, and they're not quite that warm in real life, but you know, whatever. I think they still look really, really pretty. And I'm gonna go back to the transition shade that I used. I'm gonna take it on the same brush that I use as well, like that really big brush. This is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek again. And I'm just gonna smoke that like in a big circle under my eyes. I really like a smoky lower lash line. I think it looks so bomb. I just put it in the eye. Lord Jesus, why? Join it up with the outer corner. All that kind of jazz. Don't know why, I think it just makes my eye shape look a lot better because I don't have a lot of upper lid space. I don't have a lot of lid space, period. I'm going to take this Morphe brush, which is probably like intended to be used on the lid or whatever, but I like using these kinds of brushes to smoke out the lower lash line. I just do. I'm going to take that same like orangey crease colour, the first one that we used after the transition shade. I'm going to put that closer to the lash line, but still like most of the way across my eye. If you need to take that blending brush again and soften things, then go right ahead. Lastly, I'm going to take this little like angled brush, do you see? And I'm going to take the darkest colour that we used. I'm not going to put that red under there because too much red under your lower lashes can make you look a little bit dead. Putting that on the very, very outer corner because it lifts my eye shape quite a lot. Can you tell? Lifts my eye shape. This is a really like flexible angled brush, which weirded me out slightly. I don't know if I'd use it for like my eyebrows or for a gel liner or anything, but it's good for this anyway. And then again, I'm just going to take a slightly looser brush to soften it. I'm just going to take Vanilla Bean. Is that what this is called? Yeah. I'm going to take Vanilla Bean on this like little This is probably a lip brush, but I like doing my eyebrows with it. Well, not doing my eyebrows, but like, you know, highlighting my eyebrows with it. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that. Under the arch. I like this colour because it's like not shimmery, but it still like has a little bit of dimension to it. And then I think for the inner corner, I'm gonna take this shade here, which I think is Ritzy. No, I was wrong. I'm gonna take Karma on the same brush, just a little bit of it, because I want to make my inner corner slightly brighter than the colour on my lid. And this is more of like a gold colour than like a copper. I'm being very light with this when I'm putting it on my lower part of my inner corner, but I am bringing it down there as well. This is one of the duo chromes as well, so it goes really nicely with this like intense, sparkly kind of look. To finish up the eyes, I'll do my mascara off camera because that's really boring, but I'm going to be putting the Tarteist lash paint on my upper lashes and the It Cosmetics Tightline on my lower lashes. Just, I like it that way. Works the best for me. But yeah, that's boring, so I'll do it off camera. So that's the eyes finished. I think they look really, really cool on camera. And yeah, you don't have to do like lower lash mascara if that's not your thing. You also don't have to put anything like eyeshadow wise on your lower lashes if that's not your thing either, but it's my thing, so I did. Collection contour kit, you know the drill. I wonder if I could, is this a brush I can contour with? This is not a brush I can contour with. I'm gonna use this angled brush from No7. I have a contour routine that's like from the summer. So it's a little bit older, but it is using this exact product and I pretty much use it in the same way. I don't always contour with this angled brush though, I more use this for bronzing. I just take it traveling because it has a blush brush and a bronzer contour brush, but one of my favourite contour brushes is actually the Real Techniques contour brush. That one's really good and I like the shape of those kinds of brushes better as well. So I'm just gonna make my jawline look like I haven't been eating a lot of mince pies. Bronzer up my double chin. Gotta pull some really fucked up faces, man, to contour. I also like take a little bit, do you see how I'm doing it like on the angle? On the very edge? And I just kind of go under my bottom lip to make it look like I actually have big lips. And then like tiny little tap on the underside of my nose. I don't really contour my nose necessarily, I'm just gonna do this to make it look shorter because I have quite a long skinny nose and I don't like the way that looks on my face. Sometimes I'll also just kind of like dust a little bit of bronzer in this area because I think it makes me look like I have some dimension to my face that I wouldn't otherwise have. For blush colours that go with this kind of eye look, I generally would go with a peachy blush, even though it's not really like the season for it or whatever. This is the blush that I wear all year round anyway. It's Flowerchild by Becca. It's got a really nice sheen to it, but it's not like glittery. And I just find that these kinds of blushes go best with eye looks that involve like oranges and reds. If you have a darker skin tone, you could totally get away with like a red blush with this. I think that would look really pretty if you have like really deep skin, but I'm pale as fuck and I'm about to look like a clown. Gotta know which trends work for you, love. And then for highlight, I always seem to mix these bottom two shades of the Sleek Solstice palette, the white one and the peachy one. I just think they look really, really good if I like swirl my brush aggressively in both of them. This is a fantail brush from Vintage Cosmetics company. And I haven't been bringing my highlight as far down, I've been placing it on the backs of my cheeks and then kind of like joining it up in a C shape with the like temple area and above the arch of my eyebrow. I always feel like one highlight always looks more intense than the other highlight. Why is that? So where's the second one? Apart from today, apparently it's the first one that looks better, but oh well. This is definitely an eyeshadow brush, but it's really big, so like I have small eyes, I couldn't use this as an eyeshadow brush. But I'm going to mix those two colours together on this brush and just highlight the very tip of my nose. I don't highlight like up and down my nose because that'll make my nose look longer, which like I said, I already have quite a long and thin nose and I don't like that. So just highlight the tip and then again remixing those shades for the Cupid's bow. And also just down the sides of your lip slightly. Now, before you're completely done with your highlight, take your beauty sponge, find a clean side if you can, and just press over the highlighted areas. And I mean press, don't swipe, because you'll remove everything. And what this will do is actually just make the product mesh with your skin a little bit better, and that will make the highlight look more natural. I mean, obviously being this blinding doesn't come naturally, but it will make it look like it's coming from within your skin as opposed to looking like you're wearing a shit ton of highlight, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna take this like kind of like angledy. It's not really angled, I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you took a blush brush and went squish this way. I'm gonna take that, some more face powder, and carve out underneath my contour, just a little bit to make it look slightly more intense and less messy. I feel like with an eye look like this you could go for a variety of different lip colours. A nude would look really good, a red would probably look pretty cool as well, and you know, browns and stuff would look awesome. I'm kind of torn between two right now and I can't decide which one. I'm gonna go with Point Zero by Kathleen Lights, collaboration with Colourpop. It's an ultra satin, and I think it's like my favourite colour from the Colourpop lip products that I did buy. The ultra satin formula isn't like my absolute favourite or anything. I prefer the mattes, but this colour though. Do you know, sometimes I just overdraw my lips by accident because I have no idea what my lip line is, because like the colour of my lips is so light naturally. If you want the colour to be even more matte than it is, because it does have like a tiny bit of dimension to it, just blot on a tissue. You could totally finish this look off with a pair of false eyelashes, spritz of setting spray, and your most sparkly going out outfit, but this is what I'm gonna finish the look off with today. That's everything for this video. If you guys liked it, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments what kind of videos you want to see from me in 2017. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr or Instagram, they will all be linked down in the description, along with all the products that I used, everything that I'm wearing and all that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!